Okay, so these are extra notes. I don't know how I could forget. Somebody was making some noise around here. I got distracted with all the noise, making sure I didn't miss anything. But God said to get the people ready. Like I said, for the 3 days I was represent Christ, to get them ready for those 3 days, to clean them off and clean their clothes. When we go later, we start reading into some of these laws that are set. I could personally see how these laws would make a big, big, big difference in how we apply, how we separate ourselves from the world and become one with God. And he said abstain from sex. And people, there's something about being in the right mind to be holy and blessed. And not that sex is a bad thing. That's God made it for us to, of course, to replenish the earth. As he said, be fruitful and multiply. But I've known that, you know, you don't know who you're mixing spirits with or who that person's picked up spirits from. And I'm a hardcore believer of that. Some people might not see it, but I've seen too much of it to not know better than that. I've seen, unfortunately, more than I wish I could have seen. But I've seen a lot. And when you mix intercourse with the spirits, it's like when it's in a Christ reunion boundary, you know, on God-based reunion, that's of cleaving to one another, it's something different. But yet again, you know, where did those natural ways come from? Nothing is natural. Everything is given and set forth before it actually comes to pass. So it's just something that God says don't do it. That's about as far as I'm going to go with Vanessa. That's about as far as I'm going to go as far as speaking on that. But there is something important about setting yourself aside just for God to abstain from sexual sin. If any of the people know any famous, athletes, they have to do the same thing to preserve their energy. And it's really more on their focus. And of course it is for that, but a lot of it is mental. If your mind is on those things, there's something about it that lingers in your mind that clings onto you. It's not like, it doesn't hold onto your heart the same way God's word does. It's more like a worldly thing over a holy thing, and that's just something that we don't really want to ever forget when it comes to God. Do not put him second when it comes to important matters. When it matters to you about people dying, when it matters to you about people suffering, don't ever forget those things, and don't ever think that what we do, it doesn't matter, because it does matter, because we are letting one spirit win over another. So and I'll leave it at that, and God bless, and then we will come back, like I said, to finish up. Thank you.